early on as a school leader that how I looked at any situation was what that situation would become. If I looked at the situation and took the position, this is a problem, it most assuredly became one. However, when I learned to change mine and everyone else's mindset, to look at opportunities for improvement, a totally new approach and ultimately new solution was reached. This right-mindedness, as I discussed in the presentation, also ensured that each situation was analyzed and solutions were based on data and facts. Using this method, I successfully changed with gentle reminders and sometimes for brief camera-type moments eliminated entirely biases and habits that formerly drove, not well, decision-making at my schools. I continued using this panoramic view and added giving teachers the opportunity to observe one another and discuss after these observations aspects of teaching, aspects of good teaching. This collaboration and collaborative meetings became the basis of my doctoral research on increasing teachers' self-efficacy and collective efficacy through lesson study. Now, to earn my doctoral degree, I attended Nova Southeastern University, located in Palm Beach, Florida. Some family, friends, and coworkers questioned why this out-of-state school. Although Nova's main campus is in the state of Florida, the program's courses were to continue my educational leadership knowledge. I personally wanted to expand that knowledge base, and Nova seemed to offer me the right fit. Again, I quickly learned those essential qualities and attributes which are found in effective leaders are universal traits not bound by any one school or any one state. In fact, a discussion I had with my younger sister after I recently earned my degree gave me further insight into the idea that the qualities of leadership were taught, learned, and practiced by children every day. Another factor for choosing NOVA is also discussed in my presentation. School administrators usually don't have enough hours in the day to accomplish or complete everything they need to, or, as I said in my presentation, on their to-do list. Trying to balance our professional workload is difficult. Adding our personal lives to the mix makes it a Herculean task. Now, although my children are grown now, and I have two not-so-grown grandchildren, at that time, I had three school-age children, and all the driving, sports, commitments, education, and parenting that goes along with it. My hobbies of gardening and knitting during this time period left me with a lot of neglected roses and a closet full of half-knitted blankets. Nova, however, used a cohort that fit with my specific needs. A 2-day weekend commitment each month at an on-site class in Pennsylvania. The remainder of the coursework was completed through distance learning, perfect for my needs. With my work and personal schedule, this was the best fit. The cohort was further subdivided into small study groups. My group was composed of 4 women who were principals or assistant principals for you guys, the New York City Department of Education. It was through this study group I learned the importance of support, mentorship, and connectedness, and creating a professional learning plan to focus my goals. The bond formed was invaluable, and the lesson learned became a critical part of my leadership style and theory, and an important step discussed in the presentation. As I continued as an administrator in special education, I looked for ways to accurately understand the needs of the students and staff so we could essentially all be on the same page, working towards the same goals, success for all students. What I discovered was that this could be done by clearly understanding who I was and being available to other members of the school. I set very high expectations, but clearly defined and modeled what that best looks like. I became a visible presence and actively listened to the concerns while challenging and supporting staff to find creative, positive solutions. I was an advocate for their needs while teaching them effective self-advocacy techniques. I provided opportunities for them to increase their self and collaborative efficacy. I would make sure that teachers, staff, and community members felt safe and secure, and they were moving upward in that Maslow's triangle of wants and needs. I set realistic goals for success and celebrated the reaching of those goals. I would offer feedback with concrete and practical solutions and create an environment where voicing those concerns or voicing any concern in a professional manner could be done as a conversation, not a confrontation. Simply put, I learned to build relationships with all members of the learning community. With daily practice and continuous review and refinement, these components became a reflexive response and gradually became important steps in my personal theory, which in my presentation is known as reflexive leadership. By creating a culture of ownership, autonomy with accountability, and an environment that provided support and resources for staff to be successful, the focus of student learning became the focus of student learning. This transformation of collaborative and individual beliefs in all stakeholders reaching their personal best was accomplished through open communication, transparency of action, clearly articulating expectations, and a passion that when others connected to that vision, the mission itself became the roadmap of success. The tone set in all my schools became positive, energetic, and full not only of hope, but more importantly of commitment that our school was a community of learners where all students would reach their personal best. When this passion was conveyed, it became infectious, and most members of the learning community wanted to be a contributing participant. I became first conscious consciously and ultimately reflexively a pragmatic optimist, challenging the why of situations with why nots and what ifs, with the goal of connecting everyone to the vision and giving all stakeholders a genuine voice in the decisions. As you know, my presentation synthesizes these experiences and attributes into a habit of heart and mind that when practiced allows me not only to do the right thing, but also do the right things right. My role as an educational leader was to set expectations of what the culture looked like for all members. What I valued, what I acknowledged, and what I celebrated, and what I considered as guiding principles became an integral part of the school. Commitment, passion, knowledge, substance, and integrity anchored character became the foundation and the opportunity for me to reach my vision and fulfill my personal legacy. As you know, my presentation is a compilation of my journey as an educational leader and lessons learned along the way. Some good, some informative. It has become my underlying framework for becoming a reflexive leader. My personal, I think, therefore I do of leadership. Like an adapted Zen philosophy, it is a reflexive link with the why and who I am, and hopefully sharpen my perceptions and abilities to purposefully and thoughtfully navigate life and my educational career. I attempted to use that same thoughtfulness and meaningfulness to be a presence, actively present and available in all my school settings, and hopefully be able to share that with you and others through my presentation. Thank you.